celebrating the 50th anniversary of Henry Inman Branch Library, and to continue, Miss Eppinger, our new director.
Well, since I've spoken already, I will go ahead and introduce Mayor McCormick.
Thank you very much. It's my great pleasure to be here to celebrate the Colonial Library turning 50 years old. I can't wait till I turn 50, except it happened 8.5 years ago. This is a great event. We have a great library system in town, and we have great people running the library system in town. And I'll tell you how I know that, because nobody complains to me about the library system. The only time I ever talk to anybody about the libraries is when they tell me good things. And think about that. Any department in town, there's always people that have issues. Whether it's police or public works or health or planning or especially the tax collector, everybody's got issues with everybody. But I literally get not a single complaint about our library system. There have been many great leaders of it. Mr. Beckerman is here, who goes back for many, many years. He was the head of our library. Where's Mr. Beckerman? Right in front here. Thank you for being here. I remember when I started work in the 90s, it was Kathy O'Connell. It was Chris Murchio most recently. Now we have Monica Eppinger in between. No, I'm missing people. But the point is that this has been a long litany of very successful library directors, and they've lasted through administrations, which is also important. How many mayors did you serve under? Five. And it's not uncommon for a library director in town to have served 10 plus years and under 2 or 3 different mayors. There's some people here I should introduce. Up front here we have Debbie Meehan, who's our 5th Ward Councilwoman. To her left is Carolyn Ehrlich, our Chief of Staff, also from Colonia. We have behind Carol the great Bill Feldman, an original board president of the board of this library. He's here joining us, also from Colonia. We have a board member, Razor Polo. I'm looking around. Of course, you know Marsha Quackenbush, who introduced. You know Monica Eppinger, who just joined us as the library director. We have Carol Eberhardt, a board member. Carol, there, raise your hand. We have Patty Anderson, the library deputy director. We have Wendy Rottweiler from our library, who's also the head of our union here. And also from Colonia, right down the street and 2 blocks over, former 20-year council person, Brenda Velasco. So once again, I just want to congratulate everybody for the services that are offered here. Monica just took this job, and she's already seen how great this facility and our entire operation are. We really do have a great library system. I think we're the envy of towns all around us, and we're going to have to get stronger and stronger. We're committed to it. We give, I'm guessing, $1 million more than we have to give to the library system. When you more than that, when you calculate, the state has a law that the towns have to give a certain amount of money to the libraries. It's based on population and all demographics, and they come up with a number, and they say, you better give this. And we give, what, more than $1 million more than that. And we're happy to do it, because without that commitment from the town taxpayers, this building and other buildings would not exist. The library system that we have, which is so good, would not exist. So we're happy to make that commitment, and we're happy to continue that commitment as long as we're in office. That's our commitment to you. So if you don't mind, Monica, can I present you with this proclamation? And Ms. Quackenbush, you want to come up too? It says everything I just said, but I won't read it. I won't bore you by reading it, but just again, remember that we are committed to our library system, and we're thrilled that people like this run it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Take the photo up. Move over a little bit. Move over more. She's going to fall off the stage. How about Mr. Beckerman, Mr. Feldman? Come on up. No, you come right here. Right, we'll do boy, girl, boy, girl.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, not quite. I know, we should swap the boys, I know.
Mayor McCormick, he's been very supportive for the library, but he didn't know I worked for the library system till 2 years ago. He always associated me with the animal shelter and the dogs and the cats. And I know his dog very well.
Every time I saw her, she was at the shelter helping, you know, the
Christmas
dog.
pictures.
Yeah.
Everything. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming.
And now I want to introduce our next speaker, Mrs. Debbie Meehan, you all know her as the publisher of previously titled Colonia Corners, now The Corners, and I want to thank her for suggestions for helping with this today. Let's give her a big hand.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Colonia. I just want to thank you for inviting me. This is a great moment for the Henry Inman Library. And Mrs. Quackenbush, I know you've worked here a long time because I've been bringing my children here since they were very little, so it's been a while. And the programs offered here for the community are fabulous. They're all free, and they get to read to dogs, and they get to do different things for Valentine's and Father's Day. So there's always something going on at this library, and it's such a wonderful service for our community. So thank you, and happy anniversary.
Thank you. And now our last speaker today is the Woodbridge Town Historian, Mrs. Velasco, and she's going to speak from back there. Raise your hand so everyone knows where you are. Thank you.
Okay.
Wait a second. Wait for camera.
Oh. See, I get out of politics.
You should know better.
Right. Okay. Happy 50th. You have been, this library has been an integral part of Colonia. I see a lot of neighbors here. Carol, I'm sure you brought your son and daughter here. I'm 3 generations. Not only me, my children, but now my grandchildren are coming. You've opened the world to us. And Woodbridge, since I am the township historian, bear with me, we have a history of love for libraries. We had the first free public library in Middlesex County with the Barron Library. Women played an integral role, the Ford's Women's Club, establishing the library in Ford's. St. Anthony's in Port Reading. Island, you had a library way prior. And then with Mayor Zappallo, whose son now is on the board, he had a vision of one library system. And Ed Beckerman, thank you for implementing it because it has been one of the most successful in the state. I've used it not only for personal reasons, but as an educator. You are a repository for so many books that I could use. So thank you. Happy birthday. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Since we've been in business for 50 years, we've had a lot of people who have worked at other branches, but this is Wendy Rottweiler. She is now the branch head at Island, but she started here at Henry Inman.
That you guys worked here at the same branch. Oh, now you're managing branch.
I was 3 years old when I started at this branch 27 years ago. Marcia would read stories to me. I worked at this library at the start of my career, and while I was at other libraries, including the main library, for many years after, Henry Inman has always held a special place in my heart. The community here welcomed me, the staff, which over the years has always been amazing, taught me how to be a good librarian. Marcia set a great example, and so I always have felt still that, I'm part of the Henry Inman family. And today I want to help Monica and the whole system acknowledge how wonderful the staff at Inman today is.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let me say something about the staff. Okay, I want to introduce our staff to you. As you know, we had a very interesting summer here. Our adult librarian, Natalie McGrath, come up as I call your names. Our supervising clerk, Maureen D'Angelo. Maria Baker, Michael Ferris, and our newest member, Ali Sorelli.
Nobody fall. And there you go, Marcia.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations on all your hard work and a job well done.
And thank thank you again, administration, mayor's office, for all your help helping to put this together. Mrs. Meehan for your suggestions, Mrs. Velasco for all your help and suggestions, and for our director and assistant director for their undying support. Thank you very much.